Welcome back. The coronation of Charles III and his wife Camilla as King and Queen of the United Kingdom and the other Commonwealth realms is scheduled to take place today. Let's now cross to our SABC correspondent in London, John Bevir. John, a very good morning to you. A warm welcome to Morning Live. Set the mood for us in London. We heard that the crowds were out last night on the eve of the coronation.
Yeah, absolutely. We have just so many people here. It is quite difficult to actually express just how many people are in London. London is always a busy city, of course it is, but actually at the moment London is full. We've been talking to hotels who say they are at 100% capacity, and that very rarely happens. Of course, the last time there was an event like this, well, it was the Queen's funeral last year, so the royal family have been playing a very important role, of course, for generations in the UK. But in the last few years, the royal family have been involved in some of the biggest occasions in the UK. So what we're seeing is people here today have been camping out for days in some cases in order to get a position at the front of the parade route to be able to see this pomp and ceremony as the parade goes past to get to Westminster Abbey behind me. So yeah, this procession that people have been queuing to see, the people who are big royalists, big royal fans, not just from the UK but around the world, then they have been spending a long time here already to make sure just that they can catch a glimpse of it all. If you weren't down on the procession route by at least 6 o'clock this morning, that's an hour ago local time, there is probably no chance you're actually going to see it with your own eyes. And so there have been many big screens set up around the capital as well so that people can watch. The one problem though is, because of course this is the UK, is that we are not expecting the dry weather to continue. We've got some rain sweeping in, so unfortunately it looks like that might put a slight dampener on the historic celebrations taking place here today.
John, I mean, we've been hearing about how this will be scaled down a bit, this coronation. Does it seem like this is the direction that it might even take?
Yeah, it's certainly scaled down in terms of the last coronation, which of course was 70 years ago. King Charles's mother, Queen Elizabeth II, she was the longest reigning monarch in British history. But for her coronation, then things were, of course, very different. Things were much grander than they will be today. But I say all of this, and of course, we're going to be seeing carriages going around today made of gold. So let's be realistic when we talk about scaling things down. They might be scaling things down for the UK royal family, but for the rest of us, things still look very impressive. This is what the UK does very well in terms of this pomp and ceremony. I've heard marching bands already this morning marching through central London as members of the armed forces arrive from around the country to take place in this celebration for the royal family. So yes, scaled down. We've also been hearing a lot about King Charles wanting to scale back the royal family as a whole to reduce the number of working royals who receive some sort of public money. The royal family trying very much to remain relevant, and of course plenty of people are using this occasion to actually argue whether we should have a royal family at all, especially at a time when many people around the world and in the UK are struggling with a cost of living crisis, and there are many issues in the world. A lot of people saying that actually, should we be giving any public money at all to what they claim is an outdated institution? Of course, supporters support the history of it all, but also say the economic benefit. We have a huge amount of tourists come because there's a royal family. They come to look at Buckingham Palace, they come to look at the castles, of course.
And I suppose the dignitaries as well that we've spoken about that are an important part of this coronation. We've heard that the First Lady of the US, Jill Biden, is already there. Who are some of the other dignitaries that we expect to attend this momentous occasion?
Yeah, the dignitaries are very important. They will be arriving at Westminster Abbey in a couple of hours from now, and they're very important because, of course, the UK government uses that as a chance to network, as a chance to have in-person meetings. The UK Foreign Secretary has been one of the busiest people in the country over the last few days, as he has been shaking hands with as many people as possible. We've also seen Prime Minister Rishi Sunak very much using this opportunity to meet other people as well. I was at a hotel yesterday, and within the space of 4 or 5 minutes, I saw delegations from 5 different countries walking past, and those delegations were also using that time to meet each other. We had Asian nations, Pacific Island nations who were using that opportunity. I saw the delegation from Malawi as well. They were meeting with, I saw them meeting with the South Koreans. So a lot of people are using this opportunity that they are all in the same place at the same time to very much use that in their favour and have these chance for these bilateral meetings. So of course we have that side of it, as well as all the history and all the pomp that surrounds an occasion like this.
John, thank you so much for talking to us. We'll speak to you a little later in the day. John Bevir, our correspondent in London, all right, giving us an update of what we can expect today as the coronation happens today. Let's give you live pictures of Buckingham Palace at the moment. These are live visuals. It's still empty at the moment. Remember, we are giving you live visuals there. The coronation of King Charles III, which is expected to happen today. So still no activity, of course, in stark contrast to what John has referred to, that the London streets are a hive of activity, and those who haven't made their way to London will not see it. In fact, they must watch it on those big screens because it is full to the rafters. Live pictures there on your visuals is Buckingham Palace.